What's going on, guys? It's Cal here from KR Sabers. Welcome to episode 17 of the warehouse vlog, and have a look at this. We're back on ground level. Now, come on, Jamie. I mean, are you mad?
Are you dizzy, bloke?
Look at that. You see, when there's scaffolding and stuff all around the building, it just hides all the details. We've done all this work. You see, when it comes down, it's just like, it's just a totally different building. Seeing it now, with all of that scaffolding down, all that coverage, just makes you realise all the effort was worth it. Sometimes, when you're doing these construction projects, you just wonder whether you're ever going to get there, whether it's ever going to be finished. But I mean, look, it looks so good. We've got the contrasting facing brick with the anthracite grey windows. We've got the downpipes, little hoppers in there. Obviously, we've still got quite a bit of rubbish. We're going to get this all tidied up. We'll get another skip and everything. It is just a night and day difference. It was all worth it, guys. The gentleman from the door company did get in touch with us. He came to do his final measurements and sent us an email yesterday to talk about whether we're happy with everything. We did also ask him to price some gates for us because obviously we've got our old gates. They're a bit dinged, a bit damaged, and his price was a little bit too high, I think. So we've got another guy coming today to price up the job. Maybe he can do it for us for a more reasonable price that fits within our budget. Our doors are already paid for anyway. We've got our fire exit door that's going to be going here, and then we've got our main double doors, which is going in here. So once these doors go on and that door, that'll be pretty much the front of the building complete. And then we can start thinking about things like the driveway. We've got the guys already lined up who can do the driveway for us. I think we're gonna do block paving, guys, so thanks for your feedback with that. But also another big change has happened. We poured the big slab.
Big slab, big slab, big slab.
Big slab. So for the slope, it's a bit of a thicker concrete mix. We've done a brushed finish on here because we don't want to have it too smooth and power flowed, because you know someone might slip, and it helps with slowing down the actual run of water if water was to get in through the slope. We've got a bit of a bird's nest of why is it, not the only bird's nest, funnily enough, and I'll show you that when we get upstairs. And we've made some significant additions to our electrical box. Now, this is to do with the solar panels on the roof, because that's now been finished as well. And we are literally producing electricity that's going back to the grid.
Power is mine.
Despite having 3 batteries. So this roof system is generating 33 times 425 watts. We're gonna have to probably call the electrical company to say, we have to work something out with regards to this energy that we're producing and giving back to the grid. We should be able to sell it back to them for obviously a reduced cost. The more we journey in, we see the big man here himself, the mastermind behind it all. Any updates, Dad? What's happening? Let's give me the rundown of what's going on.
Well, we've been protecting the floor.
Yeah.
And there's some missing beams that we got to put in there, and especially the edge ones, they didn't have any support. We're going to set out the base bricks here for George.
For the dispatch room, yeah? And why do we cut bits out of the concrete when we've just poured it?
These are called crack inducers. So you actually induce a crack.
Yeah.
So when he wants to move, it would crack there. If you don't do that, crack appears wherever they want to. Luckily, these are going to be just encased
in brick?
bricks, but we're going to clean them and paint them. And once we've done that, we're going to start putting hangers here and start making frames for the MF, metal frame system. The reason for that, because these were the old structure. That point is the lowest point, which is minus 32 mil, and this point is 0. So therefore...
So there's a little bit of a drop.
We don't want to rely on these timber. We want to have hangers. We use laser and we cut them to the right level.
Perfect. So guys, you can see the size of the space now that everything's tidied up. I wish you could see how nice the floor is, but we did want to protect it with this floor protection. But just look, so many activities.
So many activities.
We're gonna have my car back here, obviously, my classic car. I won't have to pay for storage anymore. Funnily enough, Dad has a Mustang as well. He's got a 1965 Mustang Coupe that he bought before I even started making lightsabers. So he's gonna finish that project while he's here, because he'll have somewhere to work now. We're back in the staircase, which is also doubling as a bit of a plant room. Some of the services that we've got within the building will be in the staircase. Now, look at this monstrosity. So this is the battery and solar panel system. We've got the inverter and the battery storage here.
Is it battery?
So you can see some of these conduits are coming down and all come from the solar panels that are on the roof. All fully installed. The guys at Fusion 8 did an excellent job. Richard and the team there have been brilliant. And we've now got our sustainable energy system here for our solar panels. It's all monitored and controlled by all of this stuff here. There is an app for it as well, so you can monitor it via your phone and everything. And yeah, it's just a really good system overall. I'm very, very happy with what they've done here. And we've poured the slab in the staircase. We poured the slab out in the main area and also for the slope, so we did this at the same time. We had the gentleman from the steel place, I finally tracked him down, to come here to give us a price and let us know what his thoughts were about the staircase. In fact, he pointed out a good thing because the stair comes up here, there's a landing that goes across, and this was actually interfering with the landing. So the guys kindly came back, they moved this down a little bit, so it'll be underneath the landing of the first flight of stairs, and the stairs can go straight onto the first floor. The additional stuff that will be going in here will be things to do with the air conditioning system, the network system. We're gonna have obviously security and internet access points throughout the building. So this is where all of that is gonna end up. It's kind of out the way, just within the stairs. And we've also got a little bit of space just underneath there. Not too sure what we're gonna do with it yet. Maybe put a go-kart in there, go-kart parking, something like that, who knows? See what I mean, Jamie? Look at this space now. The joists are hidden, it's clean. We did decide to put plasterboard on that bit of an eyesore, but it's actually looking all right. Now, we've also built in the little shadow gap that's gonna be here. There's a little shadow gap just there, and LED strips are gonna be put in there, and it will shine light down this face. Because we've got so much natural light coming in, and because there's gonna be desks in here, we're gonna put bench top lights on there, or desktop lights. So really, this lighting that's gonna be hidden within the walls is gonna be like ambient lighting. Unfortunately, our bullseye light still hasn't arrived. Connor, bless him, from Chelsea Windows, who's done an excellent job with the rest of the windows around the building, has said to us that the people who are making it have told him it was coming last week and it was meant to be coming this week. But he basically said, as soon as it arrives, Cal, I'll let you know.
Patience. Use the force.
So once that light goes in, that will be all of the windows done. And we're gonna go have a look at all the glass and the finished windows inside the first floor now. And you guys can get a better look of how that is. Hello. Look at this. Firstly, we've started to bring some of the set in. This was the biggest part. This is in 3 pieces. So this is the Falcon seat. We had to bring it up through that window, like I mentioned in the last episode, which is now closed off with the glass. There we go. All the glass is in. Mustafa, our expert dry liner over here, the hero, has been doing a wonderful job dry lining the first floor. You can see how much of a massive difference the dry lining makes. We've got the pink plasterboard going on there, which is the fire rated board. That needs to go onto the steel columns because it's a fire risk, so we want to make sure we're using the right stuff. We've been boarding up the ceiling, leaving out specific areas just so that we can run our cables. We're going to have some linear lighting within the apex of the roof. And then we've got some other parts of our Falcon bench just sitting there. We're trying to keep it all out of the way so that nothing gets damaged. We've had to leave a little area open just here because that's where we're going to be putting in a low profile air conditioning cassette. Have a look, guys. So we're just looking at our corridor plans for setting out because we've got that beautiful Tantive 4 style ship design inside the corridor. It's going to look epic. You heard me downstairs mention about that bird's nest of wires, and we have some visitors. Some people have moved in. Oh, did you see that? Look, Jamie. He's just chilling there. We've got 2 of them in here, and they've literally moved in. They got their little nest that is just up there, and I think they're going to have their little chicks. Are they in there already? There's 4 of them already in there, according to Mufasa. Mufasa's been keeping an eye on them. But look, they're pretty chilled. We're standing maybe a couple meters away from them. We put some bird feed there. We've also got like another little bird's nest that might be a bit better for them, but we've left that plasterboard area open so that they can just do their thing and they can fly and leave the nest. My mum says that a red robin is a sign of something, like a sign from the universe, and 2 of them were here when we were doing some work. Oh, he's gone.
You've got a bunch of shit in your car from the prop.
Oh man, is it dusty?
Oh, I mean, so much.
So we've been preparing the corridor as well because we've bought our metal tracks for doing the metal stud system. Basically, those get screwed in and create our stud partitions. We were going to do wood partitions, but this is actually a better system, to be honest. So we're trying to get the layout of the building so that we can start our first fix electrics. Normally what we do, we'll plasterboard one side, we'll leave the other side open to make access for running the cables a bit easier. So we've got our kitchen area here. We also have a little bit of a storeroom. Then we've got the toilet and there's a shower gonna be in there as well. We have staff in future that cycle or, you know, something like that, and they need to wash or do whatever. They can do it in there. And then we've got the photo and video studios. And now we can start to think about plastering. Because we've been able to do things in a way that saves us a bit of money, we're actually thinking of skimming the building now. So we were obviously going to be doing tape and jointing before, but some of the people that we've spoken to have said it just doesn't really give you that nice of a finish. It would just make for an overall better finish of the building. I'm so pleased. The way the light bounces off the walls is different. You don't get to see all these horrible columns or anything. It just really elevates the inside of the building to the point where now you can start to feel it as a space. It almost feels like instead of we've been constructing a building, it's kind of like we've bought a building and we're redecorating. You're all thinking so much about getting the shape of the building done during construction that you don't ever think about the finishing aspect of it. Now that we're in this sort of part of it now where we're thinking about finishing, it's just the stress is just like crazy. Massive weight lifted off your shoulders. You've got a roof, it's watertight and so on. And now it's just like, what color to choose? Where do I want my sockets? Where do I want my water? All this kind of stuff, the exciting things. In terms of a 2-week change, Jamie, remember we only filmed 2 weeks ago. This is crazy. Yeah. So, should we go get some breakfast?
Yeah.
All right. Right, guys, thanks very much for watching as always. Make sure that you like and subscribe if you enjoyed the episode. Big things are happening. We're getting there ever so closely now, and I'm gonna go and have breakfast because I've just been accused of doing a fart and it wasn't me, and I'm hungry. So, see you guys next time. Peace.
Oh, so it's reached me now.
I'm telling you.
No, Cal.
It wasn't me!
Someone did
If
something.
you look at the molecules of this gas, they're probably comparison with electrons that size.
No, it
Yeah.
wasn't me! Jamie, mate, I'm not happy being up here, you know? It's quite scary. I know you're somewhere else and I'm talking through the drone here, but I'm very nervous, mate. It's a bit ropey up here, a bit windy. Come on, mate. Let's get this shot and be done with it.